so serious? Why so serious? Yogesh Kapoor.
My name is Yogesh Kapoor, and I am very poor. Especially when it comes to maintaining my relationships. I expect things to be perfect. I take things too seriously. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and anyone in this room that takes things too seriously. Raise your hands if you have someone in your life, whether family, friends, or Toastmasters, that makes you go completely nuts. Yes, I can see all the people in relationships raise their hands first. Well, in my life, that person is my wife. Let me explain. I woke up one morning, I opened the door to the washroom, and as I stepped in, there was water on the floor, left over from my wife's shower. It annoyed me. I had no time, so I quickly rushed to the toilet seat. "Where's the tissue?" I asked. "Out of stock!" So before I could download, I got up and I had to upload. I was running late, so I reached for the shower. I turned the water on. Ouch! The water was hot. The heater was left on, and it took me 10 minutes to get into the cold shower. I quickly reached for Head and Shoulders and used it on my shoulders. As I got up and reached out for the toothpaste to brush my teeth, I noticed somebody pressed it from the center. I hate it when they do that. After explaining to them 1,000 times why do they press the toothpaste from the center, I quickly brushed and headed for the breakfast table. There it was, my favorite soup. I took the first sip. There was too much salt. There's either too much salt or no salt. "What is all of this?" I yelled. My wife said, "What is what?" I said, "The water, the tissue, the heater, the toothpaste," expecting an apology. But instead, she started on me. "What about you, huh? You throw your towel, you come home late, you watch TV, you don't spend time with me. I'm always ever ready. But you're never ready." The argument went back and forth like a seesaw. First, we started abusing our in-laws. Then, we started talking about our children. And finally, we started abusing each other. And that's when we broke the ice together. "I want a divorce!" Yes, there was 1 minute of silence just like that. Imagine going through this situation for 16 long years of your life. She headed to her room, I headed for the door. On my way to the office, I called my lawyer, Karishma. "Karishma, I want a divorce." I explained to her, I said, "Send the papers over." She said to me, "I'll do as you say, but aren't you taking this too seriously? Why are you being so serious?" I said, "Just send the papers across." Right after that, I got another call. It was a good Toastmaster friend of mine. He said, "Bro, can you please come to my house? It's an emergency." I quickly drove towards his house. Now, usually when he calls me, it's because his parents are always having an argument over the silliest of matters, and they always need someone to come and calm the situation down. So I arrived at his house. I walked into his father's room, and there he was. No breath, no heartbeat, no life. His hands were up, his mouth was open, and on the right side of his hand was a photo of him and his wife. I was shocked. I was devastated. And it was even more devastating when we had to go to the hospital to break the news to his mom. That night, I left late for home after calming the whole situation down. I started to think that no matter how much these two people fought, At the end of it, the last person the father wanted to be next to was his wife. He didn't even get a chance to tell the important thing to her, that how much he loved her. And that made me think about myself. Did I really want a divorce? Did I really want to end this relationship? And the question my lawyer sent to me, why so serious? I arrived home, and there it was on the table. The divorce papers signed by my wife. She had gone to sleep. So I went into the room, tiptoed, because I'm very scared of my wife. And I saw she was facing the other way and sleeping. And I lied down next to her, and I pondered over that question. Why so serious? When I woke up in the morning, I decided to change the situation. I walked into the shower. There was water on the floor. But instead of getting annoyed, I asked myself, why so serious? I saw there was no toilet roll. The water was hot. The toothpaste was pressed. I asked myself, why so serious? I went to the dining table to have my soup. And over there, I called my wife. I made her sit down next to me, and I made her have the soup. She said, there's no salt in it. I said, yeah, I've been having the same soup for 16 years. It's your turn now. I explained to her what happened the night before. I said to her, I'm sorry. I said to her, thank you for being a perfect mom to my children, and I love you. You know what she said to me? Why so serious? Now the relationship between me and my wife is not perfect. We still fight. But every time we fight, we resolve it by pondering on that one question. My name is Yogesh Kapoor, but I am no longer poor. I am rich because I know how to maintain my relationships. I don't expect things to be perfect. And my invitation to you is, if you think there's something imperfect, even in this conference, including my outfit that I'm wearing, you will find the answer in the question. Why?